The Bear and the Two Travelers, a test of friendship. Once upon a time, in a small village near a big forest, there lived two friends. Their names were Tom and Jack. Tom was tall and thin. Jack was short and round. They were very good friends. Tom and Jack liked to go on adventures. They often walked in the forest near their village. They looked at trees and flowers. They listened to birds sing. They had fun together. One day, Tom said to Jack, "Let's go on a big adventure. Let's walk through the whole forest." Jack was excited. He said, "Yes, that sounds fun. When should we go?" Tom said, "Let's go tomorrow. We will pack food and water. We will walk all day." The next morning, Tom and Jack met at the edge of the forest. They had bags with food and water. They were ready for their big adventure. They started walking into the forest. The trees were tall and green. The sun shined through the leaves. It was a beautiful day. Tom and Jack walked and walked. They saw many interesting things. They saw colorful birds. They saw small animals running in the bushes. They saw pretty flowers. At lunchtime, they sat under a big tree. They ate their food and drank their water. They talked and laughed. They were having a good time. After lunch, they started walking again. They went deeper into the forest. The trees got bigger. The forest got darker. Suddenly, they heard a loud noise. It sounded like a growl. Tom and Jack stopped walking. They looked around. Then they saw it. A big brown bear was coming out of the bushes. The bear was very big. It had sharp claws and big teeth. Tom and Jack were very scared. They had never seen a real bear before. They didn't know what to do. The bear looked at them. It growled again. It started walking towards them. Tom was so scared that he forgot about his friend. He saw a tall tree nearby. Tom could climb trees very well. He ran to the tree and climbed up quickly. Poor Jack couldn't climb trees. He was too short and round. He didn't know what to do. He was very scared. Jack remembered something he had heard once. He heard that bears don't like to eat dead things. Jack thought quickly. He decided to pretend to be dead. Jack lay down on the ground. He closed his eyes. He tried not to move at all. He tried not to breathe loudly. He was very, very scared, but he didn't move. The bear came closer to Jack. It sniffed Jack's body. The bear's nose touched Jack's face. Jack wanted to run away, but he didn't move. He kept pretending to be dead. The bear sniffed Jack all over. It put its big nose right next to Jack's ear. Jack could feel the bear's hot breath. He was more scared than he had ever been in his life. But Jack didn't move. He kept very, very still. He kept pretending to be dead. After what felt like a very long time, the bear stopped sniffing Jack. The bear made a low sound. Then it turned and walked away. It went back into the bushes. Jack waited. He wanted to be sure the bear was gone. He kept his eyes closed. He kept pretending to be dead. Finally, Jack opened one eye. He looked around. The bear was gone. Jack sat up. He was shaking. He was still very scared. Tom climbed down from the tree. He walked over to Jack. Tom's face was white. He looked scared too. Tom said, "Jack, are you okay? That was so scary." Jack stood up slowly. He was still shaking. He looked at Tom. Jack was happy to be alive, but he was also angry at Tom. Jack said, "Tom, I thought we were friends. Why did you climb the tree and leave me alone?" Tom looked at the ground. He felt bad. He said, I'm sorry, Jack. I was so scared. I didn't think. I just ran and climbed the tree. Jack was quiet for a moment. Then he said, friends should help each other. You left me alone with the bear. That's not what friends do. Tom said, you're right, Jack. I'm very sorry. Can you forgive me? I want to be a better friend. Jack thought for a moment. He was still a little angry, but he could see that Tom was really sorry. Jack said, okay, Tom, I forgive you, but please never leave me alone like that again. Tom nodded. He said, I promise, Jack. I will never leave you alone in danger again. You are my friend. Jack and Tom started walking back to their village. They were both quiet. They were thinking about what had happened. After a while, Tom said, Jack, how did you know what to do? How did you know to pretend to be dead? Jack said, I heard once that bears don't like to eat dead things. I thought if I pretended to be dead, maybe the bear would leave me alone. Tom said, that was very smart, Jack. You were very brave. Jack smiled a little. He said, I was very scared, but I knew I had to try something. As they walked, Tom and Jack talked more. They talked about friendship. They talked about being brave. They talked about helping each other. When they got back to their village, they told everyone what had happened. The people in the village were surprised. They said Jack was very brave and very smart. From that day on, Tom and Jack were even better friends. Tom always remembered to help Jack when he needed it. Jack forgave Tom for leaving him alone with the bear. They still went on adventures in the forest, but now they were always careful. They always stayed together. They always helped each other. And every time they saw a big tree, they remembered the day of the bear. They remembered how important it is to be a good friend. The end.